It's Jedi Master Soul on his way to a bunch of different worlds in a style swap today. That's right, we are taking the Jedi named Soul from the recent TV show The Acolyte, and we're going to put them into two different worlds. But first, we need to get one original version of Soul to get a feel for what he looks like. And so you can see me here sketching out their pose. I took this pose from one of the posters and worked on making it a little bit more my own style. So it's not a one-to-one representation, but it is, you know, in the vein of the things that I like to make. I will note this sketched face looks absolutely insane, so give me a few seconds to work that out once we get to our inking. Otherwise, it's going to look a little bit like he's seen a lot, which maybe is true. By the way, I'm not going to spoil anything from the TV show. I know it's just about finished, and so I won't spoil any of the details of what happens to the show so far. I think the next episode comes out tomorrow. I mean, the last episode comes out tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it because I really like the show. By the way, my name is Patrick. If you don't agree with that opinion, oh well. Let's stir some controversy here on the internet for once. No, my name is Patrick. I'm an artist. I like to draw fun pictures here on the internet, and you know, this is just one of them. I love a good style swap, and I love doing art challenges. I think art should be fun, and so I make my channel all about trying to have fun with art. It's never the best art on the internet, but it's certainly the most fun, I hope. Anyways, we're getting to the line art here, working on our friend Soul. I really enjoy the character of Soul as they're presented in the TV show. I'm not going to talk too much about the specifics, but you know, they really live into an archetype of a Jedi Master. I feel like he's got a real Qui-Gon Jinn kind of vibe, even from those first episodes. And you know, the actor whose name I loaded up so I would say correctly, Lee Jung-jae, maybe that's pronounced correctly. Fantastic actor, right? We saw him in Squid Games. We saw him now in this show. Apparently, you know, I think he's very successful in South Korea, and I love everything he's been in that I've seen, which is only those two things, but he manages to convey so much emotion with such subtlety in his own face that it's absolutely compelling to watch. And I'm doing no justice to who he is as a human being in this picture, but you know, it'll look like the character Soul more or less by the end, so that's good enough. You can see me here trying to adjust my pose a little bit. I do feel like he's kind of got like a bit of a booty going on at the bottom of his cloak in a way that doesn't make any sense, but oh well. You gotta keep drawing, and so we do. And I love the Jedi robes of the High Republic. They are a solid look with the really white beige underneath the brown. Very evocative of Obi-Wan Kenobi, but, you know, with a sort of more modern, less I lived in a dirt hole for 20 years vibe. 10 years? 20 years. I don't know, 18 years. And yeah, we're getting some shadows on here. We'll get some highlights on here, and we'll light up that lightsaber, and we'll be ready to show you the final reveal of our Soul. And now it's time to do a style swap, and I chose Bob's Burgers as one because I love the show Bob's Burgers. They're a fun family. I love the art style. It's a bit wacky and weird, and it's always fun to do a style swap into this style because, you know, those spoony heads and those weird faces and narrow bodies, it all turns out kind of fun. So here is Soul coming together without anything in his eyes. He looks absolutely insane, but we fix that eventually here. There we go. He's got a dot pupil in his eye. So he looks more like Soul. He does look a little bit like he's confused and lost, and maybe that's an appropriate expression for this pose. I don't know. Either way, we are getting that Bob's Burgers style for sure. I really like the way this one turns out. I think I really enjoy seeing characters in this style because it is so unique and interesting. And so you can see we're getting the basics down here. We're not going as detailed in the fabric because, of course, in a cartoon, they don't go nearly as detailed as reality. And we're just adjusting the sketch on the fly to make the pose look a little bit more in line with reality of the size of the actual image. And now that we got the image, we're going to darken up some of the edges just to create some depth. And we will soon be working on some color. I decided to go with basically the same colors for this one because they're really not that complex of colors, But when I was done, I took the color layer and I shifted it so that it was brighter, making it more of a cartoony style. And so you can see here, we get this picture in and done and together pretty quickly. Let's check out Soul in Bob's Burgers. Up next, my community decided that we should do Picasso as a style, and I've often said to them, I don't know, art styles are real tough, like real art styles opposed to like cartoon styles where we can sort of put them into a world. Art styles are just like, be a good artist. And so I said no, and then I said yes, because I'm a sucker for making people happy. And so yeah, we started working on this Picasso, beautiful, beautiful form. So here was my thought process. I looked at some Picasso pieces, saw some general ideas for how eyes kind of work in Picasso, and then sort of saw a lot of cubes, right angles, hard shapes, and the shapes evoking the shapes, I think, is what makes Picasso's work. And so basically I did what I used to do when I was a sculptor, and I made shapes that were close to the shapes I wanted, but didn't refine them in any meaningful way. So you can see me here working my way through, just sort of creating harsh angles, some bigger, boxier shapes, and really just getting out there and doing the best I can with the limitations of my own understanding of art. Are you a big art history person? I like art. I've seen art. I've gone to some things like a Van Gogh exhibit or a Monet exhibit, and I pretend to be knowledgeable, but I don't actually know a lot about art. In truth, I know how to draw pictures, and particularly dumb pictures here on the internet. So yeah, as you can see as well, as I started going through this, I needed to add color, and of course I couldn't just do the colors I did before. I needed to have sort of a mixture of colors that sort of worked in different places and ways, and so I was really just trying my best to make something work out. To be honest, in the end, I really actually love the way this Picasso Soul looks. There's something about it that just really, I don't know, connects. And maybe that speaks to my quality as an artist. Maybe it speaks to my stupidity. It's hard to say. Maybe it speaks to both. And either way, we're getting closer and closer to the finish here of our lovely Picasso. I wasn't sure what to do with the hair because I didn't want to go with pure black. And, you know, picking colors can always be a bit of a challenge. And so I did my best to put in stuff that I thought worked, that created shadows and light and all those things. And either way, I really love how it turned out. So this is going to be our Soul as Picasso. And that's going to be it for our video today. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate the people who choose to click on the thumbnails. Being a small creator is always an interesting thing to do, but I like having fun with art, and I hope you do too. If you do the things that YouTube likes and subscribe and like and all those things, and I cannot wait to see you next time. For now, if you have any suggestions for future videos, please drop them down in the chat. If you have strong opinions about the Acolyte, feel free to share them. I might agree or disagree. Who knows? Either way, I'm just thankful that you're here. And that's going to be it. So till next time, keep being awesome. Bye.